Supreme Court okays old vehicle ban. Understanding BS3, BS4 and BS6 vehicles. How you would replace the old vehicles.
The U.S. Department of Justice on 19th of December 2025 published thousands of files related to Jeffrey Epstein. This was a release long anticipated for its potential to reveal new details about the late sex offender and his connections to powerful people. In fact, it has done exactly that. People were already aware of Bill Clinton's and Epstein's friendship, but now this new release of documents paints a picture of how close they were. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX Explained with me, Megha Sharma. In November 2025, the U.S. Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, a law that requires the Department of Justice to make hundreds of thousands of pages of previously sealed investigative materials related to Jeffrey Epstein publicly available with redactions only where required to protect victim privacy or ongoing investigations. Now, the Congress has forced the Department of Justice to release more files and photos. Let's take a look at some of the notable images of the 42nd American president, Bill Clinton. Here's a photo of Clinton in a pool with Epstein's longtime confidant, British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, and a person whose face was also redacted. This is Bill Clinton on a private plane, including one with a woman whose face is redacted, seated alongside him with her arm around him. This is another photo with Epstein posing in coordinating shirts. After undated photos show Clinton with Mick Jagger, the British rock musician, with a redacted person. This is another photo of former President Clinton in a hot tub with an anonymous person in this undated photo. This is a photo of Clinton with Michael Jackson. Although none of these photographs on their own prove criminal involvement or wrongdoing by Clinton, the Department of Justice officials have emphasized that the mere inclusion of someone's image in investigative files does not imply guilt. Angel Urena, who's the deputy chief of staff for Clinton, defended Clinton by posting on the social media platform X, saying that there are two types of people here. The first group knew nothing and cut Epstein off before his crimes came to light. The second group continued relationships with him after. We are in the first. No amount of stalling by people in the second group will change that. However, Clinton and Epstein have been linked since early 1990s, having run in the same social circles. Epstein's interaction with Clinton can be traced to the early 1990s. After donating $1,000 to Bill Clinton's presidential election campaign in 1991, Epstein donated $10,000 to the White House Historical Association in 1993 and, accompanied by Maxwell, attended a donors reception hosted by President Clinton and First Lady Hillary Clinton. Around the same period, visitor logs indicate Epstein paid several visits to the White House to meet with Mark Middleton, a Clinton aide and assistant to the White House Chief of Staff, in 1993-1995. While Clinton was president, Epstein visited the White House at least 17 times between 1993 and 1995. By 1995, Epstein was circulating in Clinton's social orbit. That year, he and Maxwell attended a small fundraising dinner at the Palm Beach home of billionaire Ron Perelman, which Clinton also attended. Clinton left office in January 2001 and soon embarked on humanitarian and philanthropic initiatives via the Clinton Foundation. In 2002 and 2003, Clinton took multiple flights on Epstein's plane, commonly known by the nickname Lolita Express. Flight log records later indicated Clinton's name on at least 17 legs of Epstein's flights in the time frame. In an interview that year, Clinton praised Epstein as a highly successful financier and a committed philanthropist. Clinton's direct contact with Epstein appears to have tapered off by the mid-2000s. The newly released Epstein files also revived scrutiny over a controversial portrait and photographs linked to Bill Clinton found inside Jeffrey Epstein's residences. Among the materials referenced in past investigations is a portrait depicting Clinton in a blue dress inside Epstein's New York home. This is an image that has long fueled public debate about the nature of their association. The files and related reporting also reference a photograph said to show Clinton receiving a massage from a woman later identified as Epstein's victim. While Clinton has denied wrongdoing and officials stress that such images do not by themselves establish criminal conduct, their presence in Epstein's private spaces continues to raise questions about proximity, access and judgment at the highest levels of power. In late 2014 and 2015, Epstein's names resurfaced in headlines due to a civil lawsuit filed by Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's underage victims whose memoir was published posthumously. Despite the release of photographs and documents, many critics and lawmakers argued that the government has not fully complied with the transparency law. There are three main elements to this controversy. First, heavily redacted pages. Thousands of pages are in the public database and many are almost totally blacked out, sometimes to the point where the entire 100-page files contain no visible text at all. Second is the key documents are reportedly withheld. Two central documents required by law have been released, including a 60-count federal indictment drafted by the prosecutors in 2007 and an 82-page memo summarizing evidence used to justify charges against Epstein. These are significant because they could contain details about the full scope of alleged criminal networks and potential co-conspirators. The third point of contention is over the deadlines and disputes. The law mandated that all unclassified material be publicly posted by a firm deadline. The Department of Justice figures now admit that they will not meet that deadline, citing the need for review and redactions to protect victim identities. That explanation, though legally permitted, has inflamed political controversy because it feeds allegations of selective disclosure. Beyond the images and controversies over redactions, a few new pieces of information have surfaced. The newly released Epstein files also contain photographs of the financier while with several high-profile public figures. These include images of Epstein with Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Bill Gates, billionaire Richard Branson and late CBS News anchor Walton Cronkite. President Donald Trump also appears in some photographs included in the files, seen alongside anonymous women. The files further indicate that Epstein's alleged abuse had been flagged to authorities years before it became public. According to the documents, Epstein victim Maria Farmer filed a complaint with the FBI as early as 1996, raising alarm over the financier's interest in child pornography. Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean retreat, Little St. James Island, infamously dubbed Sleaze Island, has come to symbolize the scale and secrecy of his abuse network. Flight logs of witness testimonies and photographs now suggest that the island hosted a steady stream of powerful guests, amplifying concerns about complicity and silence among the elite. A set of previously unseen interior and exterior images from Little St. James was published by the U.S. House Oversight Committee Democrats. These show bedrooms, bathrooms, a pool, bedrooms, a dental chair-like setup, a telephone with names redacted on speed dials and a chalkboard with scribbled names. With Epstein files reinforce the financier's close access to powerful circles, but do not on their own prove criminality by those named or photographed. More pressing are the questions they raise about why early warnings were ignored and key documents remained redacted, leaving accountability for now incomplete.
Supreme Court okays old vehicle ban. Understanding BS3, BS4 and BS6 vehicles. How you would replace the old vehicles.